As Mark Twain said, clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. Ties. This all began back in March 2020. The public world had begun to shrink, but the domestic sphere was expanding in peculiar and unpredictable ways. With time and kitchen space on our hands, and yeast significantly less obtainable than marijuana or Yeezy footwear, proud photographs of homemade sourdough, flapjacks, and banana bread began to proliferate on social media streams. I was as guilty as anyone of contributing to this strange nuisance. In other rooms, dust was being blown away, shelves artfully stocked for Zoom backgrounds, neglected cupboards excavated. A week into lockdown, I found myself, and I use that formulation because so little that one did, or found oneself doing, in those early days seemed to be propelled by any conscious act of will. And I found myself sneezingly foraging in long-forsaken wardrobes and chests of drawers, in the course of which I uncovered drawerfuls of ties, bow ties, cravats, and scarves whose existence I had forgotten. Not forgotten exactly. With prompting I could have described them, but certainly abandoned and unthought of. It came about that on one of those tauntingly bright spring mornings when the forbidden world outside was all blossom and birdsong, I photographed a green silk necktie, composed a brief text on the subject of Façonnable, its maker, and posted the result on Instagram. Tens of thousands of likes and hundreds of replies and comments flew back, a response positive enough to encourage me to repeat the exercise the following day with another tie. And so #FryTies began. More than 100 ties later, on the 22nd of June, I wrote, "The days are getting longer now and the lockdown looser," and posted the final tie in the series. Many enthusiastic followers had been egging me to turn these posts into a book. Perhaps this was all part of the intensity and boredom of those early days of the pandemic. Now that I've actually gone ahead and produced such a book, those very same people might be thinking, "Steady on, Stephen, we didn't really mean it. A book of ties? An audio book of ties? Why the, what the, how the, I mean, huh?" It may be, and as I say this, no one knows anything, as my old friend William Goldman famously wrote, about Hollywood, but boy, does it apply to the lockdown too, that there will be a very strong resistance to any books, films, or TV shows that go back to the worst days of the COVID-19 crisis. As if we want to be reminded of that, the general view might be. Too soon. Too soon. Well, this book is about ties. Coronavirus might have instigated the project, but I hope it can stand on its merits as a book that ponders, speculates on, and celebrates ties. But why ties?